Shalela Dowdy. Following Shalela is Reverend Brian Johnson.
Good morning to the City Council, Mayor's team, Office of the City Clerk, and those in attendance in today's meeting. I am Shalela Dowdy, and I reside at 1008 Barber Drive, Mobile, Alabama 36617. I'm here to discuss the federally mandated ongoing redistricting process and why it should not be combined in any way, shape, or form with annexation. The process of redistricting in itself is rather complex and confusing to the average citizen. I myself know that members of the council do not fully understand the process. Do you know how many census blocks are in the city of Mobile? Do you know how many census tracts are in your district? Do you know how many citizens are in a block or a tract? To mix that process with annexation takes away an element of transparency. I say all this to say that if you do not fully understand the process, as I know we are all learning, how do you expect the average citizen to understand it while mixing it with annexation? It gives off the appearance that something is not being done in the best interest of all the citizens of Mobile. How is it that we are currently in the process of redrawing and readjusting current district lines to make sure that our districts are fair and proportionate to the current population, but at the same time aiming to extend the lines? The mixing of the two makes no logical sense. I would like to understand, what is the rush in the process? The current administration has more than 3.5 years in office. That is over 1,200 days left. Instead of trying to camouflage annexation under the gaze of redistricting, it should be done at a separate time. Last week, we had an individual elected by the citizens of Mobile, who is a member of the Administrative Service Committee, have the audacity to say, I'm not attending the meeting because I do not want to discuss redistricting if we do not discuss annexation at the same time. This gives off the impression that this individual does not want to do the job that they were elected to do and instead prefers to put self-interest above the interest of the people. I hope our citizens are taking note and watching how all this is playing out. Additionally, there was a comparison made where those outside the city limits who desired to come in were compared to the foot soldiers of the civil rights movement, my ancestors who were lynched and beaten because they fought for the right to vote, which was centered around voting for people and fair representation, not a vote for an invisible line. That was disrespectful to the movement, especially when in reality, if someone truly wants to live within the city of Mobile, what's stopping them from moving into the city limits? In conclusion, I want to emphasize that redistricting and annexation are two separate processes and should not be combined or discussed together. Take the community maps into consideration. I know that they are being redrawn and will be represented. Look at the community maps. Review the statistics, because some members have not even done that. And listen to the people who have been coming down here and utilizing their voice to make sure that they are heard. I also need you all to think about, why hasn't anyone came down here and laid out the facts on why they support the mayor's map? Thank you for your time and the opportunity today.
Reverend Brian Johnson.